What's up, Kim folks, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since we've done a makeup tutorial over here, so let's get back to basics, starting with the brows. As always, thanks for watching and make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay?
Like that, you know, but I'm the one that ease your pain. I know.
Now, jumping right into it, I am using the ColourPop Brow Boss Pencil in the shade brown. It's very affordable and you can probably purchase this anywhere. I think I got it at Walmart. Okay, now as you can see, I'm going in with the spoolie to brush my brow hairs into place to help me see the natural shape of my brow. I'm doing this before I get to shaping and filling in my brows with the pencil. Once my brows are brushed into place, I'm going in with the pencil to start outlining my brows, starting underneath my brow. I like to use light upward strokes to create the bottom line. It just gives it like a very soft type of outline instead of a harsh line. After finishing the bottom line, I do the same to the top and lightly outline the upper portion of my brow. I highly recommend going easy on this step because you don't want any harsh lines, like I said before. We want everything to blend naturally into our brow hairs. Now it's time to get into filling in. I like to use light hair-like strokes, okay? Like as if I'm feathering on like some hair, for real. If that makes sense, but I like to go along the natural direction that my brow hairs grow. This creates a more softer, natural finish instead of a blocky brow. You know, like you don't want to look like you have a stamp on your face, okay? I also like to make sure I fill in any sparse areas well, so they aren't any noticeable gaps while still trying to keep everything nice and blended and natural looking. Now, I'm just repeating those same exact steps on the other eyebrow. Again, I always start by outlining the bottom of my brow using light upward strokes. Then I like to move to the top and create my shape before filling everything in with the pencil. So here's a reminder, just a tip, okay? You don't have to listen to me, but I hope you do. Just take your time, okay? Build up the color gradually and follow the direction that your natural hair grows, okay? Now I will be using two concealers. First, I'm going in with my MAC Cosmetics Studio Finish Cream Concealer, and to apply both concealers, I'm using a square concealer brush from Morphe. I can't remember the exact brush number right now, but I'll have it linked down in the description box below, of course. Now, as you can see, I'm applying my concealer underneath the arch in the tail of my brow. This helps define the shape while still keeping everything looking nice and natural. When I'm applying my concealer, I like to use a very small amount of product, lightly place it where I need it, smooth it out, and then drag whatever concealer is left on my brush downward, or in this case, upward. That way I'm not leaving a thick layer of concealer sitting right against my brow, because that would be very hard to blend out. So remember, we are going in for a cleanup, not a stencil type of look, okay? So you shouldn't be able to see exactly where the concealer starts and stops. Everything should blend seamlessly into your skin so the brows look naturally defined instead of outlined, if that makes sense. Next, I'm switching over to my Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer. This shade is one shade darker than the MAC concealer. I like using it on the front portion of my brow as well as along the upper arch because it blends much closer to my foundation shade. So using two different concealers really creates a seamless transition once everything is blended together. Now, I like to let my concealer sit for just a few seconds before I blend it out. It gives it a moment to set, and it also helps me to get a little bit more coverage while keeping like my lines, my outline from the shape of my brow very nice and crisp. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that I don't use brow gel. Personally, I don't like the glossy look it gives my brows, and I've never had an issue with my brows moving throughout the day. So this routine has really always worked for me, so I just kind of like stick with it. Now I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush and buffing the concealer into my skin. My goal is to blend both concealer shades together so smoothly that you can't tell where one color ends and the other meets. I mean, everything should melt seamlessly into my skin without any harsh lines. Honestly, like once my brows are blended out like this, I can almost skip foundation because the area already looks so smooth and perfected. Like, y'all, the shape, the cleanup, it's all eating. It's all eating. But anyways, you guys, after blending in the concealer around my brows, I like to take that same Morphe brush and gently soften the very front of my brows. I lightly buff the product. It's going to create a faded effect so that my brows gradually transition instead of starting with a harsh line. So that little detail makes such a big difference if you're going for a soft, natural type of brow, you know? Now, if you want to take your brows one step further, this is where I grab my Juvia's Place brow pen, okay? This part is totally optional, but I like using light flicking motions to create a few realistic hair strokes at the front of my brows. It gives the illusion of a fuller brow without making them look overdone, if that makes any sense. But just like that, our brows are finished, y'all. When I tell you these brows eat every single time they eat, they're clean, they're soft, they're natural, and this routine has never let me down. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. And until next time, may peace and love be multiplied.